Welcome to the world of achieving success. Let's take our strong motivational dose, which inshallah will be a reason to change your life for better, even if it's a little. And this was originally my goal from starting this journey, to be a reason, even if one person heard from me and changed even a little. The important thing is that I hope everyone is well, and let's start. As we talked about the previous video, there are 2 keys and a tool to make change. Alhamdulillah, we talked about the 2 keys in previous video, and I guarantee you, dear viewer, that if you didn't see the previous video, then you have lost a lot. Well, I don't want now to take a lot of your time. Let's start with the very important tool, without which your plans will fail. If you have already failed to change your life or change yourself, the reason is that you didn't use this tool, and it is, dear Sarah Madam, the farm theory. What is this theory? What is talking about? This is what I will tell you now. Prepare the most delicious cup of coffee or the drink you love, and let's start. As I said, this tool will be a cause of change, and the thing that you will change by using this tool is intellectual perspectives. So you must know what intellectual perspectives I talked about in the previous video. So now, focus with me. Stephen Covey says, all attempts to change our lives fail because we believe that change will happen overnight. And you know, my dear, from my point of view, this is originally against our human nature and what we are made of. For example, why when we were children at the age of 7 and 10 months, we were not running, but rather we were just crawling. So, why was it gradual and didn't end in a day and night? Why when we have an exam tomorrow, we want to pass it when we are originally didn't study all year long, and expect that we will finish the school curriculum in a day and night? Why my friend, a pregnant woman, is 9 months pregnant? Why, for example, hasn't she been in a week? All of this, and there is so much more, to prove that all great things don't happen overnight, no matter what is. I mean, if it weren't for crawling, we wouldn't have learned to walk, and if it weren't for walking, we wouldn't have learned to run. And it's like that, my dear friend. And now, I can tell you that you kind of understand what farm theory is, because it's just like a farm. Spring comes and you sow the seeds on the farm, then you go and play all summer and come in the fall to find that the farm has borne fruit? Of course not. That will never happen. Unfortunately, we all deal with change like this. We want to become successful and wealthy, and opportunities flood us in a day and night. We ourselves want to read information or a book, for example, about success or about wealth, and we really say that I must succeed and expect to succeed or get rich tomorrow without you doing anything from you. And that exactly as they say, talk is easy, but very little begins with actions. We must keep in mind that change, my dear friend, needs time. It needs evaluation. It needs plan. It needs renewal and development from time to time. It needs passion and willpower. And it needs patience. My friend and my dear sir, I know very well that change is very difficult. And I know when you are accustomed to something for more than 15 years, and I tell you change in one day, as if I'm actually speaking in the air. I know this perfectly. So my dear, I pave the way for you and say you know exactly what you will face and what you will think while you are in the transition stage for the better. And my dear, keep this thing in mind. Continuing with retrying and not giving up is the rule and the basis for everything. And know, my dear, that I don't want to give you painkillers doses for your long-term problems, but rather we here want to solve the problem from the ground up, because It's obvious that if the solution is done from the ground up, it becomes no problem at all, and the change was made and the solution was radically and for a long period. Some may, once they hear that we need time, relax. But my dear, this is actually up to you. And don't come and then say, I want to be, I want to do, I really want, but the circumstances, but it's difficult, but. Excuse me, my dear, but I will just tell you that you give up quickly. You didn't try again and again, and it's normal not to get what you really want. If you really want to, you will do the impossible. He says, as long as you breathe, then you can do the impossible. With regard to these words, I tell you that the human mind does what you can't imagine. So if it weren't for this mind that Allah has blessed us with, we wouldn't have made plans, telephones, or cars. From here, my dear, if we combine the two keys and the tool for these two keys, we will end up with something very important. The change from the inside out and starting with ourselves while changing our intellectual perspectives using the farm theory. I guarantee you, my friend, that you will do the impossible. I swear to you that you will not even believe that you have become like this, that your life has become so great. My dear friend, if you also want a friend of yours to know this information and change his mentality, don't skimp on him and send him this video. Always remember, my dear, we were created for a purpose and a reason, so be a reason too. And if you see that you have benefited from me, don't hesitate to like and subscribe to this channel so that you can follow our new doses. And don't forget that I'm on Instagram. I do reel every day. Follow me there. I will put the link in the description. See you in a new and better portion.